Hello, and welcome back to Conquering Finale. My name is Jason Lafredo, and today we are wrapping up a Special Tools investigation. We've already covered all 18 of the special tools, but today I'm going to take a look at the Special Alterations filter in the Copy and Paste filter. And later on in this file, I've created some monstrosity of 4 measures here, basically just trying to throw in every special alterations I can think of into these 4 measures so I can show you how this filter works. And if you don't know about the copy and paste filter, there's a couple ways to get there. Go to the edit menu, you have your edit filter and use filter options. You can also get there just right clicking any measure with the selection tool. And we're going to choose edit filter to actually set up the filter. And by default, it will usually be set up so that everything is checked. But in the bottom left corner, we do have the section for special alterations. And you may notice that there are 6 options here, but we have 18 special alterations tools. So what's going on there? Some of these options here, particularly the notehead, accidental, and tablature string alterations option here, this one covers multiple tools from the special alterations palette. So anything having to do with noteheads in terms of position, size, or character, accidental, position, size, or character, and some of the tablature string alterations, which I haven't even talked about in this category or in general in Finale. These are all lumped together into one item. The same thing with stem and beam alterations. There's several different stem and beam tools in Finale, so this one option covers all of them all at once. You can't parse it out any further. The other 4 options, beam extensions, dot alterations, secondary beam breaks, and tile alterations, those 4 things cover those 4 specific tools individually. So you do have a little bit of control over copying and pasting these special alterations, but some of these things are combined and you can't really do anything about that. So there's a couple interesting ways that you can use this. So I've set up this crazy scenario here. With the edit filter active, if you uncheck all of the special alterations, basically what you're going to do is copy and paste everything except those alterations. So now we can take these crazy 4 measures, copy them, and paste them into these 4 measures, and you'll basically see that all of the special alterations have been undone. You just get a clean sort of version of this music. With 2 exceptions. There are 2 tools that for some reason does not get undone with this copy and paste filter. The first is the stem reversal tool, which you'll notice here. That's the stem reversal tool. This one alteration of this reversed stem doesn't get undone, so you would have to fix that manually. The other one is the stem direction tool. Stem directions do not get undone with that filter as well. So you can see that these 2 stems right here are frozen downwards instead of upwards. So with a couple exceptions, this will basically undo everything that you have here just by deselecting that in the edit filter. And of course you can parse this out even further if you just want to, if you want to do everything, if you want to copy only the tile alterations, for example, we could do that and you'll see everything get undone except these crazy tile alterations. So there are some interesting options to deal with. We can even, if we have this whole category unchecked here, we can even copy and paste in place. So just copy and with those same measures selected, just paste, and it sort of has the function of just undoing all of that stuff. This is one way to do this, but there's actually an easier way to do this. In the edit menu, we have this clear selected items menu, and this is basically similar to the edit filter, except what this does is that when you press go, you're deleting everything, you're deleting only the things that are checked in this window. And you'll notice that special alterations is grayed out, and the reason for that is because notes and rests are checked. So if you're deleting the notes and rests, obviously you're also deleting the special alterations that are attached to that. So that's why this is grayed out. But if you uncheck the notes and rest options, now you're not deleting the notes and rests, but you could delete the special alterations to those notes and rests, if that makes sense. So in this scenario, what I could do is just check none here and then choose only the special alterations. Remember, this is deleting these items. So I'm only deleting the special alterations, and you press go, and basically you can reset all of that to normal looking music. And for some reason in this instance, with that function, it does undo the reverse stem tool and the stem direction tool. I'm not sure why there's a difference between the clear selected items filter and the copy and paste filter. With those 2 items in particular, it does seem a little bit of a bug in my opinion. But anyway, you have both of those options, the clear selected items and the edit filter. The other thing that we can do with this filter, I'm going to go over to this part of the file. You can copy just the special alterations. So here's a scenario where I have basically the same rhythm from this measure to this measure, but I've made some, special alterations here. I've done some feathered beams, I've done some secondary beam breaks, some note shape changes, and a custom stem, right? If I choose the edit filter the other way, in other words, choose none and then check special alterations, what I can do is copy only the special alterations without actually copying the notes. You can notice that the pitches are different. The rhythms are the same, but the pitches are different. So now we can copy this and paste it in here, and we'll get all of our special alterations, except we don't get all of the special alterations. We get some of them. And the reason for this has to do with the way that some of these tools operate, in particular the stem direction. You may remember from the custom stem tool lesson, the custom stems are specific to the stem direction. So where this F, the stem is usually going up, this last one, the stem is going down. And you need to have two separate custom stems in order to deal with the up and down direction, which is why you don't get this custom stem on this last F. The alteration actually does copy, so if I were to flip this stem, you'll notice that you will get your special custom stem there, right? The same thing with the feathered beams. The secondary beam angle tool is something that's specific to the direction that the beams are, whether they're up or down. So you can see that the feathered beams are on the upward beam, but not on the lower beam. However, if I were to flip that beam, then those alterations will reveal themselves. So when you copy and paste special alterations like this, sometimes you just have to be aware that not everything will get copied because of the stem direction. So, that's what's going on. There's a couple different ways to do this. And of course, I'm just trying to undo all of this. Of course, if you want, let's say you only want to copy the X note heads here, what you could do is use a different type of filter. Instead of using all of them, we could only copy the note head accidental and tablature string alterations item in the edit filter, and basically that will just paste the X note heads and ignore all the other stuff, the feathered beams, the secondary beam breaks, etc. So it's just another way to use that particular filter. All right, so that's really all there is to it. I thought I would do a little special video so you can kind of be aware of what's going on with these special alterations in the filter. Incidentally, as an extra bonus tip, a lot of times when I'm dealing with XML files, sometimes the special alterations from the XML file kind of get crazy. So oftentimes what I'll do is I'll kind of go through this filter when I'm copying and pasting between an imported XML file and my own template. I'll usually uncheck the special alterations unless there's some X note heads, and maybe I'll check that option again. There's some other things that I usually uncheck in here when I'm doing that as well. But just be aware that sometimes the XML files, if there's weird things happening with beam extensions or secondary beam breaks and stuff, and you just want to reset everything back to normal, just copy and paste with this option off. And that will kind of help eliminate some of those weird things you may encounter in XML files. All right, so that is it. That covers the special alterations edit filter items, and and that covers the entire special tools investigation. I hope this has been helpful. I know it's been a lot of videos, so congratulations if you've made it all the way through them all. That's incredible if you did that. And I don't know where I'm going from here, but I'm sure the next category will be just as fun to do, so join me for that. Once again, my name is Jason. I really appreciate you watching. As always, please, please, please subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will see you soon on the next video.